There's one essential step that you must do before you close an escrow, and that is a final walkthrough. It's very essential that you do this because it is important for you and your clients, your buyers, to know if there's any discrepancies that have appeared before you close the home. My name is Nikita Pavlov and I'm with Westbrook Realty, and today I want to talk about the important aspects of a final walkthrough. I will give 4 reasons why it is important to do a final walkthrough before you close. Here we go. Tip number 1, know who is with you on your first walkthrough. So this is very crucial. Usually when you go through your final walkthrough before the close of escrow, it's usually you, your buyers, your clients, and that's it. The seller and the seller's agent are not there. This gives power to the buyers because they can understand what they're looking for in the house. They don't feel pressure when before the close of escrow, so they know exactly what they're looking for, what they're getting into. Now, if there is a problem that was there beforehand, for example, let's just suppose on the first agent visual inspection, day 1, you noticed the house had nothing, but before the close of escrow or close your final walkthrough, there's a huge hole in the wall, like someone punched it or hit it with furniture, whatever that may be. Now, you could actually put that to the sellers to fix before the final close of escrow, like attach an addendum to the contract and finalize it before the close of escrow. This is important. This is why agents do final walkthroughs, is because of reasons just like this. You want to be sure that the house is in the same condition as when you first entered it and toured it in the beginning when you guys went under contract. So it's very important who goes with you and what the proper steps are in order to do the buyer walkthrough the first time. Tip number 2, schedule your final walkthrough as soon as possible. Now, typically, when you do a final walkthrough, it's usually 24 hours before the close of escrow. So you really want to make sure and plan it and coordinate with the listing agent and his team. If the property is occupied by the sellers, you want to schedule a time to where you and your buyers go into the property to tour it and view it before the close. Now, if the property is vacant, that's great. You don't really need that. Still touch base with the listing agent to let him know you're going in, but you don't really have to if it's vacant. Just go and coordinate a time with your buyers to go in and check out everything that needs to be checked out. I actually did final walkthroughs a little bit before the close of escrow, so I did them like a day, 2 days sometimes before, I think on my second deal. So, but usually 24 hours is the time frame you want to be in within that time for your final walkthrough, and make sure everything is going accordingly and that there's no discrepancies within the property. Tip number 3, take your time. There's no need to rush a final inspection of the property. Take your time because this is a really big purchase. It's probably the biggest purchase of one's life, of your life, buying a house that may cost well over $1 million. So it's very vital that you take your time and make sure you don't rush the process with your agent. Really make sure you guys are looking through every room in the yard, bedrooms, bathrooms, looking at the walls, the ceilings, inspecting doorknobs, door handles, all that stuff. It's very crucial you do this because, you know, you don't want to miss anything that might be detrimental to the deal or later down. This could very well impact you financially in a negative way. So you want to make sure that you're taking your time with your agent and understanding that when you finish your inspection, you know 100% that your deal is right and that the home is exactly how you want it to be. Don't rush through it because, again, you can miss certain things that may impact the deal and your financial well-being in a negative way down the line. So to avoid that, just take your time. Take your time. There's nothing wrong with that. Take your time, be slow, and everything will be okay at the end. And tip number 4, communicate all the things and or problems that you find during your walkthrough. It is very vital that when you finish your walkthrough, you communicate all the things or any possible things you find in the property that are standing out to you in a negative way. Scratches on the paint, damaged floor, damaged walls, anything that stands out, bathroom doesn't flush, things that you haven't noticed before that you're noticing now. So it's very important that you tell your agent this right away while you're doing the walkthrough of the property, not later. You want to communicate all these things right away to your agent so that your agent can hop on them as soon as possible and start negotiating something within the contract for the sellers to fix down within the contract before the close of escrow. This is very important. You don't want to, like I said before, take your time. That's why, if you do see anything, you want to make sure you point it out in that time, not the next day or then, it'll be closed, or, that night. You want to communicate everything during that time to your agent so everything is said and done at that moment in time. So yes, that's the last tip right there. Communicate everything. Any discrepancies you find within the property at that time present while you're there with your agent. Well, thanks guys. I appreciate you taking a peek at the video. I really do appreciate your time, and hope you learned something. My name is Nikita Pavlov. I'm with Westbrook Realty, and I hope to see you all soon. Check out anything else here in our channel. We have a ton of content here with our fellow agents talking about different things in the market and within the housing market and property tours, all that. It's fun stuff, so check it out. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Look at that. Smooth.